Hello and welcome. Today we are diving into a really cool idea. The way we feel on the inside, our emotional world, can literally change the physical world we see around us. So let's get into how that actually works.
You know that feeling, right? When you're facing a challenge and it's like your brain is just on a mission to show you every single thing that could possibly go wrong. It can feel like you're stuck in a loop. Well, it turns out there's a powerful biological reason for that exact experience.
To really get to the bottom of this, we first have to kind of rethink what our emotions even are. A lot of us think of them as these random, chaotic things that just happen to us. But what if we started seeing them as a really sophisticated guidance system instead?
Yeah, so the source material breaks down the word emotion into energy in motion. Now, I think this is fascinating because it reframes your feelings completely. They're not who you are, they're just information, energy that's moving through you. It's basically feedback.
And this brings us to the central metaphor of this whole idea, an emotional compass. Just like a regular compass always points north, your feelings are constantly pointing you in a specific direction. The real skill is learning how to read where that compass is taking you.
Okay, so how do you read it? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. When you're feeling things like joy or gratitude or real excitement, that's your compass pointing towards what we'll call alignment. You're moving in the direction of what you want. But when you feel things like fear or anger or resentment, that's a signal of contraction. It means you're moving away from your desired path. Simple as that.
All right, so we've got this internal compass. But how on earth does a feeling actually change what you physically see and notice in the world around you? Well, that's where we get to meet your brain's very own built-in gatekeeper.
This little powerhouse is called your Reticular Activating System, or just RAS for short. I want you to think of it like a bouncer at the VIP club of your own mind. There are literally millions of pieces of information bombarding your senses every single second. The RAS is the one who stands at the velvet rope and decides which tiny little fraction of all that information actually gets in and reaches your conscious awareness. So, who gives the bouncer the guest list? Who tells this filter what's important enough to let through? You guessed it. Your feelings do. Your emotional state is literally the set of instructions you're giving to your RAS.
So let's say you're feeling really worried and anxious about money. Well, your RAS gets those instructions and it goes on high alert. It starts pointing out every single bill, every news story about a bad economy, every expensive thing you can't afford. It's looking for proof to match your feeling.
And here's the really wild part. Just as powerfully, it makes you blind to everything that doesn't match. It will literally filter out signs of financial opportunity, articles about abundance, or a chance to make extra money because those things don't fit the worry instructions it was given. And this right here is what leads to that super common feeling of being stuck in a negative loop, where it just feels like all we can find are problems, no matter where we look.
This is where it all clicks together. Your negative feeling, that's your compass pointing towards contraction. It actively programs your RAS to go out into the world and find more things to confirm that negative feeling. It becomes this self-fulfilling, self-perpetuating cycle.
The source material uses this brilliant metaphor. It's like you're telling a gardener, hey, your only job is to find weeds. Pretty soon, that's all the gardener is going to see. They could be standing in a garden full of beautiful blooming flowers, but their brain is trained to only spot the weeds.
So if we can accidentally train our brains to only see weeds, does that mean we can intentionally train them to find the flowers? According to this idea, absolutely. And this is the key to breaking that negative cycle for good.
Now, this is the most important part of this whole explainer. So listen close. You have control here. You have agency. Now, you might not be able to just snap your fingers and change your deep-seated feeling, but you can deliberately choose a single thought that feels just a little tiny bit better. And that small shift is all it takes to start turning the compass. So here's the practical step-by-step process. Step 1, just notice the bad feeling. Don't judge it, just see it. That's the signal. Step 2, acknowledge what it means. Okay, my compass is pointing toward contraction. Step 3, this is the active part. Deliberately choose a thought that feels just a little better. You don't have to go from despair to joy, just go from despair to slightly less despair. That's the shift. And finally, step 4 is the result. You keep doing this, and over time, you actually retrain your brain's filter.
And this is the payoff. This is the whole goal. You are actively reprogramming your own RAS. You're telling that bouncer at the door, hey, we're done looking for problems. We're on the lookout for opportunities and solutions now. Let those in.
And let's be super clear about something.
This isn't about magically creating opportunities out of thin air. It's about finally allowing yourself to see the opportunities, the solutions, the flowers that were already there the whole time but were being made invisible to you by your brain's own filter.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Based on how you've been feeling lately, what incredible things, what amazing opportunities might be sitting right there in front of you, just waiting for you to adjust your emotional compass so you can finally let them in?